Hello, vinyl community, and anyone else watching this, and especially Jenny, B-Sides. Jenny came up with a thread that I really liked a couple of days ago, and I wanted to make a video response. I didn't think just a few comments would be good enough. And her thread was, doggone nearly perfect records. Do you know any? Do you have any? Do you like any records all the way through? Do you have records that you don't want to skip a track, that you just play from start to finish and go, yeah, I love this record? And I actually have a lot. I pulled quite a few, but I'm going to show them quickly. But I wanted to explain what that means to me. And to me, first of all, I don't believe that there is the perfect record. I think if anybody made a perfect record, you would just listen to that one record and that's it. You wouldn't need a record collection. You wouldn't need anything. You'd be done. I have my perfect record and I'm good. But I think there are really good records, and maybe I don't absolutely fall in love with every single track on every one of the albums I'm going to show, but I like them all at least. There's nothing I cringe at. There's you know. So to me, a record like she's talking about is like Boston Cream Pie or a really comfy quilt on a couch. It's just something that makes you feel at peace and at home and relaxed, and it's one of your favorite records, and it's a place you can go when you're sad and or happy, and it just makes you feel good. That to me is what a really good album is. And so that's the kind of thing I'm going to show. And unfortunately, she knows I have a diverse collection, but almost everything I'm going to show is rock. In fact, everything is rock. I don't have any lounge music records or anything like that I fall back on that I think are perfect. There's a few I love. Ken Nordine's Colors. And there's a couple of Ray Charles Singer's albums I really, but they're not perfect to me. There are tracks on them I don't like, and so on and so forth. So I did stick with rock, and I rambled on long enough. I'm going to start with about 7, something like that, that nobody's going to be surprised. I'm just going to say, here you go, and that's it. These are records I think everybody should know, everybody should have in their collection, in my opinion, and I think they are damn near flawless. And I'm going to start out with, I'm going to call it the triumvirate, the 3 by the Beatles that I think everybody ought to have. Start out with Rubber Soul, and I wanted to show you that this is the American Rubber Soul, and I almost prefer it. For one thing, What Goes On isn't on here by Ringo, which isn't a bad song, but it's not one of my favorites. And this is more acoustic and mellow and laid back. Most of the electric songs are gone, and I don't know. It's the one I grew up with. It's the one, again, is a comfy couch for me, this album. So Beatles, Rubber Soul. And I did pick the British of this one. The Beatles, Revolver. This is my new release, 2009 remaster. Beatles, Revolver, just essential Beatle listening. Every song's perfect. And Abbey Road, one of the most perfect albums ever made. It doesn't make it the best, or even necessarily my favorite Beatle album, but it is perfect in its production and mastering. And this is a late 90s or 2000s reissue, early 2000s. Sounds fantastic. It's my go-to play copy of Abbey Road. First 2 albums by Big Star, essential listening, and again, pretty much flawless in my opinion. This is the latest reissue by Newbury Comics. It's on gold vinyl, and it has that on the back instead of the original. Here's an original copy of their second album, Big Star's second album. September Girls is on this album, my favorite song in the world. And there you go, Big Star, Radio City. Beach Boys' Pet Sounds, again, essential listening. I think every track is perfect. Flawless, flawless album. mono copy. And my copy of the Zombies, Odyssey, and Oracle. Again, every track is perfect in my opinion. Flawless album, just absolutely perfect, essential listening. Okay, now, not so albums you might not think so much. XTC Skylarking, produced by Todd Rundgren from about 86 or 87. I have 2 copies of this, and you need 2 copies. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but this is the first edition with the man who sold, what's it called? Man Who Sailed Around His Soul. Can you see that? This was pulled after the first edition. And here's my second copy, and replaced with the hit Dear God. I don't know if you can be able to see that or not. So 2 versions of Skylarking. Again, best thing Todd Rundgren ever produced. Best XTC album. Just a perfect summertime listening experience. Tony O'Kay, Life in the Food Chain. An angst-written experience. But if you're ever angry, if you ever split up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, what an album to go to. Song on here called Hatred, amazing. And this is a white label promo copy. Robert Z. Promo stamp on the back, and you'll have to trust me, I'm not going to get it out, but it is a white label. And here's, if you want to freeze that, the words to Hatred. It's just fantastic. Okay, there you go. Tony O'Kay, Life in the Food Chain, about 1978. About 100 people on this album. Earl Slick plays guitar. Fantastic. Bangles, first full-length album all over the place. Again, I just think flawless from front to back. Not a song I hate. Just an awesome, awesome record. Believe it or not, my favorite Kinks album. Everybody else loves Village Green Preservation Society. To me, this is a masterpiece. Every song, again, flawless. It's a nice British import. Victoria's on here. Arthur, Shangri-La. Just fantastic Kinks album. If you ever want to be mellow, Nick Lowe, Dig My Mood. Probably my favorite Nick Lowe album. Again, flawless. There's not a bad song on here. This is from about 2005 maybe. Put out by Yep Rock on vinyl. Just amazing. Quiet. It's the best Nick Lowe quiet album. It's just really, really good. Speaking of Nick Lowe, one of my favorite rock and roll albums, Rockpile, Seconds of Pleasure. And this is a British import. It's cool. It's got a little slit in the cover, and it came with a 4-song EP, and the EP is right here. It goes right in the slit in the cover. I think this is a fantastic addition, and again, not a bad song on it. Just a perfect record. Best thing Dave Edmunds ever produced, in my opinion. Another just perfect back to front, the Byrds' first album. Half Dylan, half Byrds. Mr. Dylan's right there on the back cover. Just a fantastic record. Flawless, Mr. Tambourine Man, Feel a Whole Lot Better. Flawless album. A couple more here. Here in the Power Pop, Badfinger, Wish You Were Here. This is the best Badfinger album in my opinion. Not No Dice and not Straight Up. This one. Their first Warner Brothers album. And went straight to the cutout bins. You probably won't find one without a cut corner unless it's promo copy. Went straight to the cutout bins because of management disputes and what have you. But fantastic album. Not a clunker on here. Just amazing. Couple more. Harry Nilsson, The Point. If you want to sit down and listen to a story and some great music along with it, you won't get better than this. Harry Nilsson, The Point. I don't have shrink on this, so the book in there. Just an awesome record. 2 more here. Post-Beatles, my favorite McCartney album, believe it or not, Back to the Egg. This is a really nice British import on Parlophone. And again, pretty much flawless record in my opinion. I think it's his best one, better than Band on the Run. Just a great straight listen from beginning to end. Even Denny Lane's song is really good. And last but not least, what's been playing behind me? The Traveling Wilburys. I love this album. Again, it's flawless, back to front. And I even have a promo flat for it that I keep in the back. Just perfect record. Best thing George ever did, really, besides the Beatles, maybe. Just, I love this record. Anyway, there you go, Jenny. I hope that was okay. Some records that I think are flawless. I know nothing too deep, nothing like that. I don't tend to find flawless records when I dig too deep. I don't know, but there you go. There's a few that I think are a great topic. As always, thanks for watching. Check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. And I am having a 100 subs contest, and I have very few entries, and I'm getting worried. Please, if you want to enter, and I really would like you to enter, please do that. I think I said it ended September 8th. Make a video and impress me. There are some good prizes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hi, B. Hope that was okay, Jenny, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.